Welcome you back into Pioneer Arena, and here on the Pioneer postgame, Tusculum defeats Lincoln Memorial 90-74. We're joined by Trenton Gibson. Going back through some of this stuff here. Were you born in 1999?
No, sir, 2000.
All right, 2000. That's what I was sitting there thinking. I was like, 95% of our roster probably wasn't around the last time the Pioneers won by more than 10 against LMU, 1999. Last time we won by double digits was 2005. She hadn't even started school yet.
No, sir.
So, we can sit here and say, oh, we did this, we did that. Deontay Ferguson joins me at halftime of the women's game, and he says, all right, look, we got to run them off the three-point line, and we have just got to defend like there's no tomorrow. How well do you think you did what the game plan called for tonight?
I think we did extremely well. Coach Ferg had a great game plan. He harped on us who their main guys were. We already know who they are, but we did a great job closing out the shooters, and we played with a lot of energy tonight. And I think that's due to the fans being here. We were flying around.
You know, you have energy, and that's good to see. And it's a Pioneer team that, or an LMU team, I should say. They got 3 guys in the top 10 in three-point field goal percentage. They're number 1 team in three-point field goal percentage. And if I told you held them to 29% tonight, how would you feel your defense played?
Great. I mean, that's what you got to do against these guys. It's a great team, and you just got, like I said, fly around.
All right, you're down 29-21 the first half. Things weren't going, and I've been saying it through the broadcast, and I think it's true any team, but I think especially against them, you cannot have multiple lulls in a game. You know, you can't go 2 minutes and not score, because LMU will be on an 8-0 run, and by the time you look up, if you've had 3 2-minute lulls, you look up and you're down 16. So you go on down 29-21, but then you finish that half, or in that half, you go on a 22-4 run. What was really key to get the offense sparked in that first half?
Like you said, we were down 8, and that's sadly it's familiar territory.
Right.
So we just had to stay calm, confident, and we wanted to keep it simple. Coach, drew up some stuff to get Brandon some looks, get James some looks. And I was able to come off the ball screen and try to make things happen.
It's things that we don't notice a lot is when LMU makes a mistake, usually they get back on defense. But, man, 19 turnovers and you scored 30 points off of those turnovers. A lot of that in the fast break. Your fast break tonight was 15-10, and we don't normally see numbers like that. The home court, you've already touched on it, but just talk about what that does when Justin Mitchell goes flying for a two-handed dunk because James West is going out of bounds and tips it back to him to finish, and how does that hype up the team?
Just in the past couple games, before I get to that, like we haven't had James and Justin. They both been hurt. So getting them back, it's night and day. We play so much faster. I'm able to get in and look up to them. And then those guys high flying, making threes, the fans love it. So it's great to be here and get the energy from them.
You know, we're scoreboard watching a little bit. We're watching here. It's back to a 2-point game, about 8 minutes to play. Newberry's hot and cold. They just knocked off LMU, and now they're down at Catawba. They're down 2. And obviously we're looking at that game because we're trying to get into the top 4. But the next game is Coker. So how do you just focus on what the Cobras present and what the challenge we'll have down there?
We know what they are. I think they were just on quarantine, so they're going to be fresh and ready to play because they haven't played in 2 weeks. So, Coach, he told us in the locker room we got to enjoy the night. But then tomorrow we got to wake up, 8 a.m. class. It's the same thing. It's a great game, but to go and drop one in the next 2 games, it doesn't mean anything.
22 points, 7 rebounds, 8 assists. He's Trenton Gibson. Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Back with J.T. Burton after this, your final Tusculum 90 and the LMU Rail Splitters 74 here on the Pioneer Sports Network.